The Tea Party festivities may have been rained out, but the spirit of the movement, anything but dampened. More than 100 volunteers have shown up to help provide free meals to the community. Organizers say they've been planning it since August. Texas license plates getting a makeover. Coming up, we'll show you the new designs and tell how you can be part of the process. Summer officially kicks off next week, and that means it's high time for vacationers. We're told top spots this year are beaches and national parks. Aunque los dueños de negocios locales están ganando dinero con el Powerball, no son los únicos que están beneficiando. Deja vu for the U.S. soccer team. We detail their World Cup woes. And former AG turned Professor Alberto Gonzalez talks to us about life as a Red Raider. Plus,
I'm Rick Leventhal in Grand Isle, Louisiana, where residents have something else to worry about besides the oil spill, the possible arrival of a tropical storm. Details coming up.
It's 9 o'clock, and this is Fox 34 News at 9.
To deal with, and that's a Malaysian! They scored! A wonderful volley goal, yet another one from the danger striker, and the USA are in trouble again.
tough to watch. Going, Ghana. Good evening, I'm Wendy Skyler. Certainly a tough day for American soccer fans as the U.S. team now officially eliminated in the World Cup. Members of New Millennium Baptist Church feeling the heat after finding not one but two of their 3-ton air conditioning units stolen.
Coming up, Wendy.
Thank you, Matthew. Sales of fireworks leading up to the 4th hotter than a firecracker. Area vendors say the current conditions are the most favorable they've seen in a while. The new county jail set to open its doors soon after nearly a decade of construction. County commissioners say the Lubbock County Detention Center cost about $95 million. Those concerned with construction along 34th Street encouraged to speak up at town hall style meetings this week. The 34th Street reconstruction project gets underway in 2012. Former Attorney General Alberto Gonzalez speaks out about his experience so far in the Hub City and at Tech. Gonzalez teaches a class to 15 students at the university and says he's happy to sign on for another year. Gonzalez's former colleague, former Vice President Dick Cheney, is spending his second night in a Washington, D.C. hospital where he's been undergoing tests. There's no further word on Mr. Cheney's condition, but Fox's James Rosen reports on his long history of heart disease. Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner assures leaders at the World Economic Summit the U.S. is committed to deficit reduction, but won't eliminate spending he says is necessary for economic recovery. BP says it's on track to complete drilling on a relief well by August, but as Fox's Rick Leventhal reports, a tropical storm has officials worried and anxious. More details emerge about that controversial Rolling Stone article that cost General Stanley McChrystal his job. Were some of those controversial comments taken off the record? We dispel the rumors after the break. And a new study ties diabetes with deadly heart conditions. Find out how it can double certain risks. Plus, whooping cough making the rounds in California. What docs are doing about it still ahead in health.
News at 9 continues on Fox 34.
Rolling Stone magazine defending its story on former U.S. General Stanley McChrystal. And as Fox's Molly Henneberg reports, the rules of engagement may be changing in Afghanistan. Got milk? How about some dark leafy greens too? Find out what superfoods can help build strong bones next in health. Build strong bones, you have more options than you think. As Fox's Debbie D'Angelo reports, it takes more than milk to keep them strong. A new study finds diabetes appears to double the risk of dying from a heart attack, stroke, or other heart condition. British researchers implicate diabetes in 1 of every 10 deaths from cardiovascular disease. Whooping cough is now an epidemic in California and is on pace to break a 50-year record for infections this year. There is a vaccination out there to help prevent the disease, but officials say too few youth and adults are getting it. Dr. Bloomberg says the vaccine's effectiveness wears off in time, which is why it's key that adolescents and adults receive the vaccine so as not to pass whooping cough to newborns. Hard to believe it's been a year and a day since the death of Michael Jackson. We detail the ceremonies underway in his honor, as well as the status of the wrongful death suit filed against Jackson's doctor.
Wendy.
Thank you, Matthew. Chase is on his way in with a full 20 minutes of sports. Plus, millions around the world take time to reflect on the life of Michael Jackson, how the King of Pop's memory lives on a year later, after the break.
You're watching Fox 34 News at 9.
Family, friends, and fans around the world honoring the legacy of the King of Pop. As Fox's Casey Stiegel reports, it's been a year and a day since Michael Jackson's death. So quick, what's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
I'm gonna have to go with Thriller, but you can't beat it.
That's true. I'm a Billie Jean
cheesy.
girl, but all right.
Well, we catch up with Tommy Tuberville about the improvements being made to Jones Stadium and the football facility. Plus, Lubbock is being put on a national stage this weekend, and Team USA takes on Ghana in the knockout round of the World Cup. It's all next on Saturday Sports Overtime.
These cyclists have been training more than a year for this 3-month journey. It started June 5th. So far, they're still going strong.
How do you feel?
Hot and tired, but good.
Just need to take a midday break, get back on that horse.
Tired. Excited to be in Lubbock.
The Texas 4000 is the longest annual charity bike ride in the world. Students travel more than 4,600 miles from Austin to Anchorage, Alaska.
We're fighting cancer 1 mile at a time. We raise $1 for every mile we ride.
And they're all riding in honor of someone they love.
We have a few cancer survivors on the team, actually, but everyone has a tie to cancer, and it's not just our team that has a tie to cancer, but the whole world has a tie to cancer, and we ride for everyone out there.
David Santino's the ride director for this particular group. He says he's riding for his mom.
She was diagnosed with leukemia and battled it and won, thankfully, but yeah, everyone has their story.
Hi, I'm Michael Gatos, and I'm riding for my dad, who passed away in 2002 of pancreatic cancer.
I'm riding for my a close family friend, Jocelyn Gonzalez. She's a breast cancer survivor, so she keeps me motivated every day.
Hi, my name is Arvin Akavon, and I'm riding for my mother who beat cancer 2 years ago.
All those miles in 100-degree heat, challenging at times, but no match for these committed riders.
The ride serves as a metaphor for the struggle that cancer patients endure throughout their battle, and we're lucky that we get to take breaks here and there, and unfortunately they are not. So, I mean, the ride is tough and it's difficult, but it's nothing in comparison.
And in case you're wondering about hygiene and accommodations,
showering is questionable, but where we stay at churches, high school gyms, boys and girls clubs, and community centers.
It's been church floors to bunk beds in a camp retreat. We've had showers almost every night. It's been great food, great housing.
the group heads to Clovis in the morning. They're expected to reach Alaska by August 15th. With photojournalist Mike Moser, Wendy Skyler, Fox 34, News at 9. Hammering, drilling, shoveling. You could call it manual labor at its finest.
This is the community of Slayton in action.
Folks from St. Joseph's Church and the Knights of Columbus helping sort through the rubble that was once the Barnes family's home.
We're trying to salvage all the tin and the metal so they can take it up to Lubbock and salvage a little money so they can put it into a new home here, which hopefully they'll have soon. We'll get it cleaned off with a professional here in the near future once we get some of this stuff cleaned off. And then they can get their life back together.
It's an all-day project centered around camaraderie, with even a bit of humor mixed in.
Come in. Okay, it's unlocked.
But this project, anything but a joke.
That's what we're here for, to help each other out as a community. You know, it just burned down, and we talked about it at church Sunday, and so we organized fairly quick. Luckily, we had a nice day to do it. It wasn't snowing. It means a lot to them, I know, but that's what we're about, as a community, as a family, to help someone in need.
That's someone, Nitra Barnes, who was inside the home with her husband when the fire first broke out in the early morning hours of February 1st. Barnes says she's thankful for working smoke detectors that saved her life and for the outpouring of support from the community.
I wish I could find words to tell you how much it means for the people that have helped us. I will spend the rest of my life trying to show the gratitude that we feel. Thank you is not enough.
The couple's living elsewhere for now. Barnes says she and her husband plan on moving back to the area within the next 6 to 7 months. With photojournalist Aaron Drury, Wendy Skyler, Fox 34, News at 9.